The end of a lackluster campaign and the beginning of political speculation in Sri Lanka. People here will vote for the country's parliament for the first time since the war with the rebel Tamil Tigers ended last year. A last-ditch effort by parties to woo their voters continued on the final day of campaigning. Some even distributing bags of rice. Peace is finally here, with all the parties promising to bring the benefits of that peace. But nobody is explaining how. In Colombo's bustling market, Pushpa Chandrani thought the defeat of the Tamil Tigers would improve her life. But since the war ended, she's been battling rising food prices and high inflation.
Prices are now higher than they used to be. During the war, you could buy a kilo of sugar for 60 or 70 rupees. Now it's about 110 rupees. It's the poor people who are suffering here.
The opposition alleges that the government hasn't let them contest fair and freely and have used the state media to intimidate them. The most famous casualty of this dissent was the president's former general Sarath Fonseca, who contested against him, lost and later arrested. Fighting his battle during these elections is Anoma, his wife. Along with other opposition political parties, she's demanding justice for her husband. But back home, she only cares for his comfort. Packing his favorite food, she prepares to meet him at a detention center.
He likes only rice and curry.
The only one allowed to meet him, she tells Al Jazeera that her husband is innocent.
So I know my husband very well, and they couldn't find the charges even within 1 month also. But now they are trying to make a story and do some false charges upon him.
Mahinda Rajapaksa.
Reaching out to the Tamil vote, President Rajapaksa in a recent trip to Jaffna, the troubled Tamil heartland, promised to help the people there. But with Tamils making up only 12% of the entire population, almost all the Sinhalese political parties haven't even made this an election issue. The ruling government has also been criticized for choking dissent.
It's the government propaganda that is very visible. The government dominates the media. Lots of the laws to try and ensure that there's a free and fair campaign are not being implemented on the ground. But one wonders whether the voters are observing what's going on silently and whether they will sort of demonstrate some sort of concern or protest when they actually go to the ballot, the polling stations on voting day.
The battle is now between a ruling government riding high on the wave of war victory and an opposition which is left with no real leadership. Whoever comes into power in these elections will have to provide answers to questions such as how to get Sri Lanka's economy back on track and how to resolve the Tamil minority issue. Without these answers, these elections will remain irrelevant for the millions of those who vote in it. Prerna, Suri, Al Jazeera, Colombo.